Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. It's I, Captain Steve, and today, chums, I'm going to be bringing you a review of No Man's Sky, the Companions update. Yeah, the Pets update has been out for a good old week, and I've been ready to give you a review of all my thoughts and feelings. And first off the bat, I have to say it's freaking mind-blowing. I love this update. I would say this is better than the mech update, and it's on par, and if not better than, the living ship update, because it feels more fleshed out, and it feels like it's got more longevity. So let's head on over to this egg sequencer that's over in the back of the Nexus first, and let's stick an egg in there. Oh, actually, I've got a couple of duplicates in here, which I need to sort out. So bear with me 1 second while I do that. But yeah, this egg sequencer brings a whole new dimension of play. So let's move these over here. Let's just get rid of some of these doubles. Righto. Oh, wait. No, I don't want a game invite. That's something that I really wish that they would do something about. I wish that they had an option so people can't send you game invites. And I wish you could have your own personal lobby, because you still can't go on missions. But that's beside the point. That's outside of the pet update. So here we go. Now I can put my egg in. So we're going to put this one in first. Now you can put in growth hormones. So if you put something in and it comes up decreasing, you're going to shrink your creature. If you put something in and it says increasing, it's going to make your creature larger by about ½ meter to a meter each time you do this. Now you can just keep putting your egg back into this machine and keep doing it over and over again, and you can make a giant, which is freaking ace. The gene splitter though, I'm not so up with. I mean, you put it in there, you get an overdose, and your creature hardly changes. The only creatures that seem to really change are the Diplos, and even then it morphs into a rat more often than not. It's very rare that you get some sort of strange, gnarly creature out the other end. I have seen somebody morph a Diplo into this weird turtle-headed creature with a lumpy neck, and I have no idea how they managed to pull that one off. But yeah, you put in a walker in there like a strider, you're going to get a strider out that might have a shark's head, which seems to be the most common thing. You put a crab in, you're going to get a very similar crab out. Yeah, there's not much going on with the gene splitting. I'm really disappointed with the gene splitting. The dye injector, I love that. I love how that works. You put in something that's red, like carbon, you're going to get a red creature out. It makes sense. You put in Geknip, you're going to get a green and orange creature. It's beautifully done, that part. And the behavioural piece, again, that's quite good in the way that that works, and you can change the behaviours of your creature. It's the gene splitting that I've got a problem with, mainly because it'd be so nice to be able to create more procedurally generated looking creatures than you see out in the wild. You know, we're quite accustomed to seeing this sort of style of creature or that sort of style of creature, but if you can make your own sort of hybrids, your own mutants, then it will really come to life, a little bit like Jade Cocoon in the old Jade Cocoon days. Righto, so here we go, let's hatch an egg. Hello there, my friendly chum, how are you? Now, if I still had the parent of this creature, although that I tried to mutate it, you would see that it looks almost identical to its counterpart, to its parent. So yeah, you're not going to see much on the gene splitting, and I feel they really have missed a trick, and I'm hoping that they patch that out or do something about it to make the actual end results far more varied than what you put in if you get an overdose of 150 freaking%. Righto, so let's hatch the second egg. Oh no, we've got one of these. Again, this little bouncing creature, the parent looked almost identical to it. The only thing that's happened is the change of the coloration of the creature. That's changed, but everything else is exactly the same as its parent. Okay, so yeah, gene splitting I've got a bit of a grumble with, and it's going to lose points on that. Heck yes it is, you know, a whole point. Yeah, so I'm going to grade this out of 10. So yeah, it will lose a whole point just on the gene splitting. On PS5, I can't rename my creatures, so they've all got default names, which is a bit of a bug and a bit of an oversight. But yeah, hopefully in the next patch release that will be addressed. Heck yes. Now here is one of my little infant type creatures, and I love the fact that you grow with your infants, so it may take a good 6 to 7 days for this creature to grow up before it can induce an egg. You can see there it says too young to induce an egg. I'm liking the fact that you can put accessories on your creatures. However, I haven't seen the actual accessories have much effect on what the creature does, and they're not really tied to the attributes of the creature either. It's like if you did stick some lasers on an aggressive creature, I would like to see them use them a heck of a lot more often to murdercate things and blow rocks up and just go completely ballistic with them. I do like the fact that when you sort of use your emotes, they sort of interact with you. So here we go, I sat down, it fell asleep. That's awesome. But yeah, I would like to see more of a connection between their sort of, you know, their attributes, and the accessories you put on them. Look at that, having a little dance with my creature. It's so freaking cute, and it's these sort of little interactions with your creature that really does build bonds. I had my creature murder-cate another creature, and then it went over and shat on its head. I only asked him to get me resources. It was freaking hilarious. It had me in stitches, and I've had lots of moments like that, so it really has rekindled gameplay in so many different elements. And another element of gameplay that it's actually helped with is exploration. Now I land on every planet in a system before I move to another planet, because I want to see if there's creatures on that planet that not only that I like, but I might take a picture of that creature and share the coordinates on Facebook, on Twitter, out on Reddit, with the location code, just in case somebody else might want that creature as a pet, because we're all different, we all like different creatures, so it's fantastic. I spend a lot more time on planets now just scanning creatures, and I've fallen in love with scanning creatures all over again. I mean, at the moment we've got people that go hunting multi-tools, we've got people that go hunting ships, now people are going out and hunting creatures, and I think there's real longevity there. Now what I would say is some of these creatures you can't adopt, like these really alien ones, which is kind of understandable because you can't ride the really alien ones, or you wouldn't even dream of doing that, you know, that tentacle that pops out the ground. Would you really want to sit on that? Heck no, you wouldn't. Yeah, but you know, the flying beetles, definitely, I would love to do that. Now, a lot of these eggs that we're getting, you can also share those out. So longevity wise, I feel that I'm going to be giving eggs out to people that come visit me as I'm playing quite often. So yeah, I feel it's got a lot of longevity there. So yeah, it's going to lose a few points for not being able to let you adopt creatures such as the butterflies with the long wings that land and take off, and the beetles. I mean, the beetles were all over the patch notes. It was kind of assumed that you might be able to adopt one, but no, you can't. And also the amount of freaking bugs that I have on PS5. So I mentioned I can't rename my creatures, but other than that, the game has been crashing a heck of a lot. Now these are soft crashes, these are the ones I could report. For each soft crash I've had hard crashes where I have to remove the power cable from my PlayStation, and I can't report those bugs. So I'm just hoping that somehow they're getting the information they need, because they really need to fix this. This is terrible. I'm scared to live stream for the fear that, you know, my live stream is just going to crash and people are not going to find my channel reliable anymore. So I've got to score this at about a 7.6 right now because of the amount of crashes. But yeah, if there wasn't that many crashes, I would score it a little bit higher. I'd give it an extra point, but it has lost points because you see, like this cat creature behind me here. This cat creature, if you get the egg for that and put it inside the actual egg sequencer, yes, you can make it bigger or smaller, but you can't change its genome at all. It would just come out as a cat, and you can't even change its colour. It stays that colour. And there's a few creatures a little bit like that, like the droids. You might be able to tint them or add a shell to them, but yeah, the genome splitter is not all that great, so it's lost a point there. But overall, this update is fantastic, and I think it's going to put lots of life back into No Man's Sky and bring players back. I'd like to see your comments in the comments section. Heck yes. And yeah, goodbye and goodbye and goodbye again. See you later. Bye bye. I want to say a massive great big thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you to my backers over on Patreon and on YouTube membership. If you do want to support this channel, you could just not skip my adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and hit something on this screen. Heck yes, and there's also merch on this screen now. Awesome!